And I just think that, again, what people need to understand, I keep telling folks, save for a couple of things, I don't foresee anything of significance getting done over the next 2 years with these Looney Tune folks in charge, Michael.
Absolutely. All you have to do is look at what happened in the 117th Congress. Overwhelmingly, these Republicans who were in office consistently voted against our own interests. They voted against the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act. Okay, that vote was 220 to 212, March 3rd, 2021. Every Republican in the House of Representatives voted against the bill. The one Republican who voted for it, he said he made a mistake. He put out a tweet, said he made a mistake. He was going to change his vote. They voted, every Republican in the House and the Senate voted against the John Lewis Voting Rights Act. Every Republican in the House and the Senate voted against the Inflation Reduction Act. They voted against the American Rescue Plan. And unfortunately, I just saw Byron Donald's face on TV and talk about Isaiah T. Montgomery of 2023. This brother is a total embarrassment. And I hope you re-air this weekend, Roland, the interview you did with him to show everybody how crazy he is. This brother voted against our own interests. And I use the term brother very loosely. This brother's a traitor. I'm sorry. But he told you, he voted against the American Rescue Plan. It lifted 1 million African-American children out of poverty. It saved the American economy. So, and he also voted to invalidate the votes of 16.9 million African Americans who voted for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Oh, you got to put his face up. Oh, go research this brother. And when you interviewed him, I hate to take it here, but when you interviewed him, Roland, I watched it live and I said, I wonder if he is, and I went to his campaign, I went to his little Twitter page. Sure enough, he's married to a white woman. I knew it. Not because... No, see, this is his mindset. No, just follow me. This is his mindset. This is white supremacy through ventriloquism.
But hold up, but is it? Wait, wait. Tim Scott married to a black woman.
Well, that's true.
Hold up. No. Tim Scott married to a black woman. If I'm correct, and he stood with Trump. He campaigned for Herschel. So what's the point?
And Herschel, no, I was following. I watched the entire interview.
No. Here's my point. If a Tim Scott would hit the nut stuff that he said and how he defended Donald Trump, stood with him, and campaigned with Herschel, he a black Republican married to a black woman. Over here, Donald is married to a white woman. Sounds to me like both of them, again, they are hardcore Republicans. That's who they are.
Right. No, I was following the breadcrumbs. That's what I was doing.
Following what?
I was correct. I was following the breadcrumbs.
But here's the deal, though. You can be a hard right black Republican and have a black wife and still be upholding white supremacy. So what the hell they got to do with it?
That is true. No, I was following the breadcrumbs, and sure enough, I was correct. Same thing with John James. I'm here in Detroit. I followed the breadcrumbs. Sure enough, I was correct.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm wrong, but this ain't one of those times.
So explain Tim Scott.
You can't explain Tim Scott. He's on J.P. Montgomery as well. He just ended up marrying a black woman.
No, you can't. And that's the whole point. It ain't got nothing to do with him having a white wife. He chose to align with a hard right MAGA Republican Party. That's the point.
Yeah, he did. And undermine and block the George Floyd Justice.
Yes, he did. With a black wife.
Absolutely.
So he advanced what?
You said he advanced what?
He advanced white supremacy. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, absolutely.
But what I'm saying is, who the hell the wife is, it don't matter. If you align with MAGA GOP, you are choosing to align with white supremacy. All right, let me correct something. Senator Tim Scott is single. And the reason I need to make this point, I'm not going to play those games. I don't care. There are black Republicans who have aligned with MAGA, who have black wives or black husbands. So I don't care if Byron Donald's wife is white. I don't care if Byron Donalds was single. I don't care if John James' wife is white or if he was single. Byron Donalds apparently went to FAMU and graduated, I think, from Florida State. We've had other black Republicans on who stand proudly with Donald Trump and MAGA Republican, and they have black spouses. I don't care. I don't care. That has nothing to do with it. It doesn't. Now, I know we can sit here and we can talk about, they got a white spouse or whatever. No, it doesn't matter. That individual is how they're choosing to align. Because here's the problem with that, is that if we're going to say, well, I'm following the breadcrumbs and the spouse is white, okay, well then, what do we then say when somebody is a progressive and a wife is white, but they're sitting here championing racial justice issues? Are we following those breadcrumbs? Because if we do, we're going to go home and find a white wife. That's why it doesn't matter, Michael. That's why that is utterly irrelevant whether his wife is white or not. It doesn't matter. He's the one that's sitting here voting. He's the one that's sitting here driving an agenda. That actually means nothing. There are people who have sold out black people who have black spouses. So what do we then say then?
Is that I watched the interview that you did with Byron Donalds. I watched the interview that Ari Melber on MSNBC also did with Byron Donalds. I listened to his policy positions and and then I followed the evidence. And sure enough, his policy positions also acted out, in my opinion, were acted out in who he married as well.
So what happens? What happens when there is what happens when there is a MAGA black Republican with a black spouse? Then what? What lines up then?
They end up marrying a black spouse who thinks white. That's what happened. They end up marrying a black spouse who has a white mentality. That's what happened. But what the hell that got to do with it? So what? Okay, what then happens with somebody black? What then happens with somebody black who is progressive or who agree with us on racial justice and their spouse is white? Does the white spouse have a black? What happens then? Well, their white spouse, oftentimes their ideology will line up with that progressive as well, and they will have those same type of progressive ideologies as well.
Or they may not.
Or they may not. There are exceptions to the rule, but the exceptions to the rule don't mean the rule don't exist.
Well, how about this here? How about we center on Byron Donalds?
We can do that.
No. How about our focus be on Byron Donalds and John James and not who the hell they married to? Because we ain't sitting here questioning any Democrat we disagree with and then asking who they go home to.
We can do that if you like.
No, but we're not. But we don't. Are we?
But no Democrats voted to overturn the 2020 presidential election.
And what I'm saying is we don't need to play that ridiculous game on who their spouse is. How about we focus on them?
I am focusing on them.
But why you bring up the white wife?
I'm also focusing on mentality.
That's irrelevant. It's utterly irrelevant.
Roland, you just asked me a question.
It's irrelevant.
You just asked me a question. Just let me finish.
It's irrelevant and nonsensical.
No, because their mentality influences the policies they support, and their mentality also influences who they end up with. And if you look at this and pay attention, Roland, you just asked me a question.
But the reason that doesn't make any sense is because if somebody black who is progressive marries somebody who's white, well then what's the mentality?
Because oftentimes that white person they marry will have the same type of will embrace the same type of progressive policies and have the same type of progressive mentality.
Right. So their progressive mentality or progressive ideology is not based upon them being a white woman or a white man. It's their ideology.
you are concurring with what I'm saying.
No, what I'm actually saying is if we're gonna have a conversation about how somebody is voting, what their ideology is, the position is, how about we stick to them and not who the hell they married to?
We can stick to them, but right now we're talking about the Republicans, and I mentioned 139 in the House of Representatives who voted to overturn the 2020 presidential election results. No Democrats voted to do that. I talked about how you have Republicans, 212 of them, who voted against the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act. No, basically almost all of the
So are we bringing up any of the other spouses of the Republicans who voted to see who's married to Latino or Asian, are we doing any of that?
You can do that if you like.
To me it's irrelevant.
Okay.
To me it's irrelevant.
It's irrelevant to you, but I'm also dealing with policy, and I laid out.
No, you're not dealing with policy. You're dealing with them married to a white woman.
No Republicans in the House or the Senate voted for the Inflation Reduction Act. You think that's not policy? No Republicans in the House or the Senate voted for the Job Floyd Justice and Policing Act.
You can't. No, Michael. So you can't sit here and try to do a dance by saying, "Oh no, I'm talking." No, Michael. You can't say I'm talking about policy, but he married to a white woman. No, you're not.
Mentality influences the policies that you support. Period. Your mentality.
But you don't even know what her mentality is.
Whose mentality?
Do you know the mentality of Byron Donald's wife? Yes or no?
I didn't ask the mentality of Byron Donald's wife.
But you made the assumption. Michael, really? Really?
But I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, the mentality of the wife, let's take Clarence Thomas for a minute. Okay?
No. See, Michael. No, Michael. See, what we're not gonna do is try to jump. We're gonna stay right here. What I'm saying is, Michael. You're not gonna hop to Clarence Thomas. Michael, you're not gonna hop to Clarence Thomas because hold up, Michael. Here's the deal. Clarence Thomas's mentality predated his wife. So that ain't got nothing. So that ain't got nothing to do with it.
His wife in the 1980s.
Michael, this is real simple.
Her mentality and his lines up.
No. Here's the deal. That's nonsense.
You can't say they don't.
Yes, I can. If we're gonna sit here and focus on what Donalds is doing, we're gonna focus on Donalds and not who Donalds is married to. And we're gonna wait a minute. Unless
you got like a campaign ad with your spouse in it.
Oh hell, Michael!
Open that up.
Oh Michael! Every damn candidate runs out there with their spouses. So you
open it up. You open it.
Oh no!
Don't get mad at me because I kick in the door.
Michael, that's not opening up. That's ridiculous.
Because I kick in the door. This 2023 player. But don't get mad at me because I kick in the door.
No, what I'm saying is, what you're saying is utterly nonsense. It ain't kicking the door in. What he chooses to do.
The ideology. You follow.
Michael. You talking about
mentality lines up with the policy.
That's Michael.
They end up with, and they have the same type of mentality.
That's nonsense.
You can't tell me.
Michael, that's nonsense. This real simple. Michael. Michael, this is very.
No, they don't.
Hell, James Carville and Mary Matlin married to each other, and they are diametrically opposed. So it ain't got nothing. It has nothing to do. It has utterly nothing to do with. In terms of, it has nothing to do with who you're married to. No. I'm gonna say it again. It has nothing to do with who you're married to. When you are in the house and you're making your decision, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna focus on you as the politician. What I'm not gonna do is, I'm not gonna focus on who your spouse is. All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment. When you talk about blackness and what happens in black culture, we're about covering these things that matter to us, speaking to our issues and concerns.
This is a genuine people-powered movement.
There's a lot of stuff that we're not getting. You get it, and you spread the word.
We wish to plead our own cause. Too long have others spoken for us. We cannot tell our own story if we can't pay for it.
This is about covering us.
Invest in black-owned media.
Your dollars matter. We don't have to keep asking them to cover our stuff. So please support us in what we do, folks.
We want to hit 2,000 people, $50 this month, raise $100,000. We're behind 100,000, so we want to hit that. Your money makes this possible.
Checks and money orders go to P.O. Box 57196, Washington, D.C. 20037-0196. The Cash App is $RM Unfiltered. PayPal is R Martin Unfiltered. Venmo is RM Unfiltered. Zelle is Roland at RolandSMartin.com.